I think the main downside of the membership site is like I didn't think enough of this in the very beginning, but it's very similar because info is like content and content's like TV shows. So that's very similar to like Netflix. And so why do you keep on watching Netflix every single week? Because they come out
More
with
information, yeah.
full-fledged
True.
like literally shows all. And so I didn't really realize that that was going to be what was required. Now, I was able to get to 100K MRR relatively quickly, both because of my audience size and because I have 54 classes inside of my scaling school because I have been, like we've been talking about, creating content for the past 4 years. So I just packaged it up a little bit better, dressed it up, and put it inside of there. So I got away with it for a while, but as we've been talking a little bit, I am very much one to audit my time and my return on time. And I just felt like, okay, creating these classes like for $100,000 a month, it just didn't line up for what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go, et cetera, et cetera. And I could only also say the same thing so many times. You know what I mean? Like, Netflix has all these different producers and directors creating pretty much the same premise of a show multiple different times, and I was going to be a one-man show with it. So, that being said, last year, 22% of our high ticket sales were ascensions from
Oh,
scaling school
wow.
into the high ticket because we
Wow.
do an onboarding call. And then onboarding call, like this quarter so far, we're at 100% of onboarding calls into qualified sales calls. So it's like a big driver of high ticket sales for us. So we kept it for that reason. So
22% of the high ticket sales in general, or 22% of the scaling school ascended?
no, of the high ticket sales in general.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Still,
I
that's
think the
good.
ascension from scaling school is 13%, something like
Still
that.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
it's still
so
really
crazy.
high. Well,
Yeah.
you also got to think like the other thing about scaling school was I never really got the paid ads nailed down on the MRR side of things because I used to have the CMO of Mind Valley as the CMO of my company. I've spoken with the CMO of Masterclass, and they're not profitable. It's like selling a software where the only way that those companies are able to scale is they get huge venture-backed capital, and then they pay, let's say, $300 for a $100 a month member, but then they get it back up in the lifetime value. But of course, I'm not venture-backed, so I'm paying this all out of my pocket. And of course, this is the exact opposite of me spending, a dollar and making $4 back on my high-ticket paid ad side,
Yeah.
right? So like, I could never really crack that. So the reason I say all that is because that ascension rate was higher because it was all organic,
Yeah.
primarily driven by YouTube. People that had been watching my stuff for a while, but had never joined us high ticket for whatever reason. The one thing I'll credit with scaling school, what it did for me was it really opened up my mind to what in the SaaS world they call product led growth. So instead of sales led growth, which is like, okay, book a call, 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 it's like, hey, try this product first. And then if you like it, then you can maybe try one of our higher product suites or product tiers, which would be the high ticket. So that was really great because we were getting people that were like, man, I've been following your content for a while, never did anything. I came in here, I bought the Scaling School, I implemented this one thing. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Let me go now work with you guys one-on-one. And so that was why we kept it around. So that's a long way of saying scaling school is still our primary low ticket. In Q1 and Q2, I tested a bunch of different low and mid ticket offers, but we're kind of sunsetting those a little bit because once again, I don't think they're the best return on my time. So scaling school, and then it goes to scaling with systems, which is our flagship. That's our primary program. That's $18,000, anywhere from 14 to $18,000 depending on payment plans. Then I have a back-end mastermind that's 40 to 50 grand called Scaling Initiative. That includes in-person masterminds, one-on-one times with me and my CMO, my head of sales, my client success director, done for you elements, et cetera, et cetera.